All right, so it's not discrimination. They said no pets at an Airbnb.
Yeah, and why didn't we pick one? So when I rented the place out, the area we wanted to be at did not have a single listing that said pets were allowed. And I don't know, in a hurry, I guess you could say, to book it.
We're going to address another slew of comments that we got.
Mainly being the service dog, pet, blah, blah, blah. If you go to ada.gov and just scroll through their website, there's FAQs. It tells you everything you could possibly want to know. What is a service dog? Where are they legally protected? Where aren't they? Tends to be generally publicly accessible areas and or the public. So anything that's for accommodation to the public, hotels, restaurants, all that, where generally the public would be allowed, or public places, libraries, blah, blah, blah. They're protected. Because if you're part of the public, you're allowed to be there.
We got a lot about allergies and Airbnb and public renting. So
That's for sure, like, tough. Because if your allergies are so bad, I don't know. Like, my older brother's allergic to some types of grass, and he just has to avoid those. The allergies things suck for sure, but how do you go to, like, any store or anywhere? How do you go outside? There's stray dogs. The owner the host should, and they definitely should. And it says on the Airbnb website, too, that they can't charge us an extra cleaning fee because we brought a service animal. So the owner should and probably will pay an extra fee to get it cleaned.
So a lot of people are saying, then what if, if you're not telling the Airbnb host you have a dog, how do they know to clean?
Well, they have Ring cameras and all kinds of cameras. We didn't hide him at all. Like I said, we didn't.
Which is a good point we wanted to bring up. We never hid him.
Yeah, we didn't hide him at all in any way, shape, or form, or anything. I wasn't by any means trying to hide that we had a dog, a service animal. So yeah, you see it. You ask the questions. We've had this happen before. We've had it happen where people didn't even care. But they come up to us. They ask us, "Oh man, no pets." We say, "Oh, of course, 100% understand. He's my service dog." The 2 questions you're allowed to ask, again, is he trained to do a specific task for a disability, and for who? That's me. And then what is the specific tasks? And then you can tell them however much you want to tell them. Like, oh, it's for my brain injury, this, that. He alerts me with this way. Whatever your service animal does for you.
So kind of piggybacking off of that, if we were to tell some of the hosts are not wanting to book you if you have a service animal. So, like them
like
refusing
random
us.
Cancellations.
Yeah. And that sucks because then obviously we don't have a place to stay.
And then also we saw a bunch of like Airbnb hosts and future hosts saying that they're not going to accept animals. Like, really, truly, look up the ADA guidelines, the Airbnb, the thing you signed to get on with Airbnb. Look it up. Read through it. Don't get in trouble. Like, again, the only reason this became a problem at all was because he called me, yelling at me and threatened to have me convicted for whatever, and just getting super aggressive and for no reason. Because, again, I totally heard him out, told him, yep, he's a service animal. And then, I mean, obviously, you could scroll through the comments. We've replied, and I've told the story 100 times. Just look through the comments.
So this was a big one. People are saying that a service animal can never be like a family pet. And someone specifically was commenting that they went through my photos and saw that Chomper, our family pet / service dog, was like my baby and my dog. And to be honest, of course, he's part of the family. He's like a family member. But when he is with him,
when he's working
specifically working, he's on it.
There's a clear distinction. The kids know it. I mean, like the kids, if they were to come up right now or whatever, they would play with him, pet with him. They wouldn't ask me anything. They wouldn't ask him anything. But I mean, in his training, it's been clearly defined that when his service jacket goes on, he is in working. He's no longer allowed to bark unless he's alerting. He's no longer allowed to just pee on things whenever he wants or anything. Not that he does that anyways, but like just outside wandering. I mean, I get so many remarks on how well he stays by my side, even if my hands are full and I can't have his leash at my hand. Like, when he is in work mode, even my children walk up to me and ask me, can I pet Chomper?
Last 2 things we're going to talk about: fake service animals and a clear example why this is so important. So a big thing that people are talking about is that anyone can go on Amazon or online and purchase a service animal vest, patch, whatever. So this is a problem. And for someone like him who has an actual service animal for an actual reason, it is a problem. Truly, I think the only way to really know is if the animal is doing what it's supposed to be doing as far as the service. So it kind of goes back to, how is the animal behaving when it is with its owner in which it is providing a service. Obviously, if it is doing crazy things and it seems like it's not trained, I think that's a really clear example that it's not a true service animal. And obviously, this is hard to know for those that don't have a physical disability showing. So for someone like him who doesn't have a physical disability showing, because his is not a physical disability, how would you know?
It's a tricky position,
Yeah.
and it sucks, and maybe greater minds than mine and yours need to get together to fix this, and I'm sure it's a problem that people are constantly working on, but it's like protecting the few is more important than, I don't know, punishing all. Like, do I think, how do I say this, like, service dogs are too valuable for people who have life-threatening conditions for us to just completely take it away from anybody just because it doesn't appear that they need a service animal or that the service animal is fake. I do think there should be a better vetting process for sure, and I do think that there should be a consequence or a punishment for those who do fake it. But again, that's not me. So it's above my pay grade. I don't even get paid to do this.
And last but not least, this was actually really heartbreaking and sad, but there was a person on here who commented under the name of Jesse Lee, and this individual had said that they went to an Airbnb and the host was, what was it?
Threatening to their dog.
Their dog.
Their kid's service dog.
Yeah.
And ended up giving their kid a seizure from the stress that it caused them. Literally threatened to do that to a service dog. Like, this is why I think not a lot. I think only 2 people said that we're victims or that we're libertards. I think that was another one. But it's like, I don't really care if you guys,
millennials or
I really
something.
don't give a damn if you guys sided with me or not. Like, we were correct. Airbnb covered us, got us a new place. Like, we were protected.
Yeah.
I wasn't scared or afraid like somebody else said. No, I was ready. Like, if the person shows up to my house to be confrontational, I'm ready. If they show up with the police, I'm ready to leave or to comply. If the police say to stay, then I stay, or they leave. We're not here to cause problems. But I'm not easy to intimidate, and I'm going to stand up for those who are easier to intimidate.
Yeah. So that's why we did what we did.
Either way, guys. Like,
Yeah. So hopefully that clears up a
be
lot.
kind.
Yeah, just be a good person.